To captivate or hold the attention of someone completely. To charm or delight someone.
मोहित करना, किसी को मंत्रमुग्ध कर देना.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Eradicate, enthrall, promulgate, galvanize. Now the correct answer is enthrall.
Enthrall as verb.
मोहित करना, किसी को मंत्रमुग्ध कर देना.
To captivate or hold the attention of someone completely. To charm or delight someone.
Synonym of
Enthrall.
Enslave, captivate, delight, enthrall, mesmerize.
Antonym of
Enthrall.
Bore, disenchant, disillusion, tire, weary.
Here is the word family of enthrall. As a noun enthrallment, as a verb enthrall, as an adjective enthralling.
The audience was completely enthralled by the performance. The historical artifacts on display at the museum enthralled the visitors. The beautiful scenery enthralled us during the entire hike. The book was so enthralling that she couldn't put it down. The magician's tricks were so enthralling that everyone was captivated.
common collocation of
Enthrall.
Enthrall an audience. Definition: to captivate, fascinate, or hold the attention of an audience with compelling or engaging content. Examples: the talented magician enthralled the audience with mind-bending tricks and illusions. Enthrall with a story. Definition: to charm or mesmerize someone with an intriguing or captivating narrative. Examples: the renowned author enthralled readers with her latest novel, filled with suspense and unexpected twists. Enthrall with music. Definition: to enchant or delight listeners with beautiful melodies, harmonies, or performances. Examples: the orchestra's mesmerizing performance enthralled the audience, leaving them in awe of the musician's talent. Enthrall through art. Definition: to captivate or fascinate through the expression of artistic creativity, such as painting, sculpture, or performance art. Examples: the art exhibition enthralled visitors with its thought-provoking and visually stunning pieces. Enthrall with a speech. Definition: to captivate or engage an audience through a powerful or compelling speech or presentation. Examples: the motivational speaker's inspiring words and passionate delivery enthralled the crowd, leaving them inspired and motivated.
Next question. To experience a renewal or revival, particularly referring to the return or worsening of a previous state or condition. To reoccur or flare up after a period of abatement or improvement, often used to describe the resurgence or recurrence of a condition or situation.
फिर उभरना, पुरानी स्थिति का फिर से लौट आना.
At this point, let us analyze the options provided. Which of these words fits the given definition most appropriately? Recrudesce. Differentiate. Consecrate. Chortle. Now the correct answer is recrudesce.
Recrudesce as verb.
फिर उभरना, पुरानी स्थिति का फिर से लौट आना.
To experience a renewal or revival, particularly referring to the return or worsening of a previous state or condition. To reoccur or flare up after a period of abatement or improvement, often used to describe the resurgence or recurrence of a condition or situation.
Synonym of
Recrudesce.
Renew, reappear, resurge, reemerge, regenerate.
Antonym of
Recrudesce.
Abate, subside, decrease, diminish, lessen.
Here is the word family of recrudesce. As a noun recrudescence, as a verb recrudesce, as an adjective recrudescent.
The disease started to recrudesce in certain regions, causing concern among health officials. Tensions seemed to recrudesce despite efforts to maintain peace. Old fears began to recrudesce as the situation worsened. The protests seemed to recrudesce following the announcement, leading to increased unrest. The conflict began to recrudesce after a period of calm.
collocation of
Recrudesce.
Violently recrudesce. Definition: to violently or aggressively reoccur. Examples: the conflict violently recrudesced after a short period of calm. Sudden recrudesce. Definition: an abrupt or unexpected reappearance. Examples: her illness showed a sudden recrudesce, surprising the doctors. Gradual recrudesce. Definition: slow or incremental reappearance. Examples: the gradual recrudesce of discontent within the community worried leaders. Emotional recrudesce. Definition: the sudden resurgence of emotions. Examples: the emotional recrudesce overwhelmed her during the memorial service. Recrudesce of tensions. Definition: reoccurrence or resurgence of tensions. Examples: the recrudesce of tensions between the rival factions threatened peace talks.
Next question. To cause puzzlement or uncertainty, leaving someone feeling confused or at a loss. To perplex, confuse, or bewilder someone, often by presenting them with something complex or unfamiliar.
उलझन में डालना, किसी को पूरी तरह भ्रमित करना.
Let us now consider the options for this question. Which of these words best corresponds to the provided definition? Wax. Vaunted. Flummox. Muted. Now the correct answer is flummox.
Flummox as verb.
उलझन में डालना, किसी को पूरी तरह भ्रमित करना.
To cause puzzlement or uncertainty, leaving someone feeling confused or at a loss. To perplex, confuse, or bewilder someone, often by presenting them with something complex or unfamiliar.
Synonym of
Flummox.
Confuse, baffle, puzzle, perplex, bewilder.
Antonym of
Flummox.
Clarify, enlighten, explain, elucidate, illuminate.
Here is the word family of flummox. As a noun flummox, as a verb flummox, as an adjective flummoxed.
His unexpected question seemed to flummox the entire class. The complicated instructions flummoxed the new recruits. The riddle was designed to flummox even the most experienced puzzle solvers. The sudden change in plans flummoxed the team. Her cryptic message flummoxed everyone trying to decipher its meaning.
common collocation of
Flummox.
Utterly flummox. Definition: completely perplex or bewilder. Examples: the complex puzzle utterly flummoxed even the experts. Flummoxed reaction. Definition: a bewildered or puzzled response. Examples: her flummoxed reaction indicated she didn't expect the sudden news. Flummoxing outcome. Definition: a surprising or perplexing result. Examples: the experiment yielded a flummoxing outcome, contrary to expectations. Flummoxing behavior. Definition: puzzling or confusing actions. His flummoxing behavior left everyone wondering about his intentions. Flummoxing situation. Definition: a puzzling or confusing circumstance. Examples: the sudden change in plans created a flummoxing situation for everyone involved.
Next question. To fail to fulfill an obligation or commitment. To go back on one's word or promise.
वादा तोड़ना, कहे हुए से पीछे हटना.
At this point, let us analyze the options provided. Which of these words fits the given definition most appropriately? Perturb, renege, trenchant, prescribe. Now the correct answer is renege.
Renege as verb.
वादा तोड़ना, कहे हुए से पीछे हटना.
To fail to fulfill an obligation or commitment. To go back on one's word or promise.
Synonym of
Renege,
Go back on, repudiate, revoke, recant, abjure.
Antonym of
renege,
Accept, admit, promise, acknowledge, adhere.
Here is the word family of renege, as a noun reneging, as a verb renege.
The politician reneged on their campaign promise to increase funding for education. The landlord reneged on their agreement to make necessary repairs to the rental property. The borrower reneged on their promise to pay back the loan on time. The sports team reneged on its commitment to play in the championship game. The company reneged on its promise to provide health insurance to its employees.
collocation of
Renege,
Reneged on a promise. Definition: to fail to keep or fulfill a promise or commitment. Examples: he reneged on his promise to help with the project. Reneged on a contract. Definition: to violate or break the terms of a contract. Examples: the company reneged on the contract by failing to deliver the agreed-upon goods. Reneged on an agreement. Definition: to go back on an agreement or arrangement. Examples: they reneged on the agreement to share the costs equally. Reneged on a deal. Definition: to backtrack or renege on a business deal or negotiation. Examples: the company reneged on the deal at the last minute, leaving the other party disappointed. Reneged on a settlement. Definition: to refuse or fail to honor a settlement or resolution. Examples: the defendant reneged on the settlement, leading to further legal action.
Next question. To express disapproval or criticism of someone or something. To scold or reprimand someone for their actions or behavior.
डांटना, फटकारना, गलती के लिए आरोप लगाना.
Let us now turn our attention to the options. Which of these words best fulfills the criteria of the presented definition? Dovetail, culminate, reproach, abjure. Now the correct answer is reproach.
Reproach as verb.
डांटना, फटकारना, गलती के लिए आरोप लगाना.
To express disapproval or criticism of someone or something. To scold or reprimand someone for their actions or behavior.
Synonym of
Reproach.
Censure, rebuke, reprimand, blame, upbraid.
Antonym of
Reproach.
Praise, approval, honor, approve, approbation.
Here is the word family of reproach. As a noun reproach, as a verb reproach, as an adjective reproachful, as an adverb reproachfully.
The teacher reproached the student for cheating on the exam. The boss reproached the employee for being late to work. The parent reproached the child for not cleaning up their room. The coach reproached the player for unsportsmanlike behavior on the field. The friend reproached their friend for breaking their promise to meet up for lunch.
collocation of
Reproach.
Self-reproach. Definition: blaming or criticizing oneself for a mistake or failure. Examples: he felt deep self-reproach for not meeting his own expectations. Express reproach. Definition: to communicate disapproval or disappointment. Examples: she looked at him with reproach in her eyes, conveying her displeasure. Deserve reproach. Definition: to merit or warrant criticism or blame. Examples: his actions deserve reproach as they were unethical and harmful. Open reproach. Definition: openly expressing disapproval or criticism. Examples: the manager confronted the employee in open reproach for their poor performance. Gentle reproach. Definition: a mild or gentle expression of disapproval. Examples: she offered him a gentle reproach for his forgetfulness.
Next question. To be involved in a secret or illegal plan or scheme, often with others. To conspire or collaborate in an illegal or unethical manner.
अनदेखा कर सहयोग देना, गलत काम में चुपचाप साथ देना.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Connive. Debase. Dispatch. Rescind. Now the correct answer is connive.
Connive as verb.
अनदेखा कर सहयोग देना, गलत काम में चुपचाप साथ देना.
To be involved in a secret or illegal plan or scheme, often with others. To conspire or collaborate in an illegal or unethical manner.
Synonyms of
Connive.
Intrigue, plot, conspire, scheme, collude.
antonyms of
Connive.
Combat, foil, preclude, be innocent of.
Here is the word family of connive. As a noun connivance, as a verb connive.
The thieves had connived to break into the museum and steal the valuable artifacts. The student was caught conniving with a classmate to cheat on the exam. The parents were upset when they discovered their children had been conniving to skip school. The politician was found to have connived with lobbyists to pass a controversial bill. The two employees were accused of conniving to steal company property.
Here are some useful collocations of
Connive.
Connive at something. Definition: to secretly cooperate or overlook something, often involving wrongdoing. Examples: The corrupt officials were suspected of conniving at bribery schemes.
Connive with someone. Definition: to conspire or collaborate with someone, often in an underhanded manner. Examples: the employee was caught conniving with a competitor to leak confidential company information. Connive against someone. Definition: to plot or conspire against someone, often with ill intentions. Examples: the rival companies were suspected of conniving against the market leader to gain a competitive advantage. Connive behind someone's back. Definition: to secretly scheme or conspire against someone without their knowledge. Examples: the colleagues were conniving behind his back to undermine his authority in the office. Connive for political advantage. Definition: to engage in covert activities or alliances to gain an advantage in the political arena. Examples: the party members were accused of conniving for political advantage, disregarding the interests of the public.
Next question. To lower the quality, value, or status of something. To reduce the worth or value of something.
गिराना, घटिया बनाना, गुणवत्ता कम करना.
Let us now consider the options for this question. Which of these words best corresponds to the provided definition? Tractable, debase, lambaste, illicit. Now the correct answer is debase.
Debase as verb.
गिराना, घटिया बनाना, गुणवत्ता कम करना.
To lower the quality, value, or status of something. To reduce the worth or value of something.
Synonyms of
Debase,
Degrade, vitiate, defile, corrupt, abase.
antonyms of
debase,
Clean, improve, purify, upgrade, ameliorate.
Here is the word family of debase, as a noun debasement, as a verb debase.
The gossip column debased the reputation of many public figures. The counterfeit bills debased the value of the currency. The reality TV show debased the concept of love and relationships. The company's unethical practices debased their reputation in the industry. The politicians' lies debased the trust of the public in their government.
Here are some useful collocations of
Debase,
Debase currency. Definition: to reduce the value or purity of a country's currency. Examples: the government's decision to debase the currency led to hyperinflation and economic instability. Debase morals. Definition: to lower or corrupt moral standards or principles. Examples: the scandalous behavior of some public figures can debase the morals of society. Debase language. Definition: to use vulgar or offensive language that lowers the quality of communication. Examples: some critics argue that certain movies debase the language and culture they portray. Debase reputation. Definition: to damage or lower someone's reputation through false accusations or malicious actions. Examples: the smear campaign attempted to debase the politician's reputation before the election. Debase art. Definition: to produce or promote art that is considered of low quality or lacking artistic merit. Examples. Critics accuse the new art movement of attempting to debase traditional art forms.
Next question. To spend money or other valuable assets recklessly or foolishly. To waste or use resources extravagantly or carelessly.
फिजूल खर्च करना, बेकार में बर्बाद करना.
Now, let us proceed to evaluate the options for this question. Which word aligns most closely with the stated definition? Degrade. Squander. Construe. Venerate. Now the correct answer is squander.
Squander as verb.
फिजूल खर्च करना, बेकार में बर्बाद करना.
To spend money or other valuable assets recklessly or foolishly. To waste or use resources extravagantly or carelessly.
Synonym of
Squander.
Waste, dissipate, spend, fritter away, throw away.
Antonym of
Squander.
Conserve, hoard, save, economize, accumulate.
Here is the word family of squander, as a noun squandering, as a verb squander, as an adjective squandered.
The company squandered its chance to invest in a profitable market and now regrets it. The government squandered taxpayers' money on a project that was never completed. The gambler squandered all his savings on the slot machines. The musician squandered his potential by indulging in drugs and alcohol. The athlete squandered his lead in the race by slowing down near the finish line.
collocation of
Squander.
Squander an opportunity. Definition: to waste or fail to make the most of an opportunity. Examples: he squandered his chance to study abroad by not applying for the scholarship. Squander time. Definition: to waste or fritter away time without achieving anything productive. Examples: she regretted squandering her free time instead of working on her personal projects. Squander talent. Definition: to fail to utilize or develop one's natural abilities or skills. Examples: it was disappointing to see him squander his musical talent by not pursuing a career in music. Squander energy. Definition: to waste or deplete one's energy on unimportant or unproductive activities. Examples: he squandered his energy on trivial arguments instead of focusing on his work. Squander goodwill. Definition: to waste or lose the trust, respect, or support of others. Examples: the politician's scandalous behavior squandered the goodwill he had built among his constituents.
Next question. Past participle form of the verb mute, which means to reduce the volume or intensity of sound, or to silence or soften something.
शांत करना, कम करना, किसी चीज की तीव्रता घटाना.
Let us now turn our attention to the options. Which of these words best fulfills the criteria of the presented definition? Lambaste. Muted. Buck. Misattribute. Now the correct answer is muted.
Muted as verb.
शांत करना, कम करना, किसी चीज की तीव्रता घटाना.
Past participle form of the verb mute, which means to reduce the volume or intensity of sound, or to silence or soften something.
Synonym of
Muted.
Subdued, softened, dampened, toned down, muffled.
Antonym of
Muted.
Loud, vibrant, clear, expressive, lively.
Here is the word family of muted, as a noun muteness, as a verb mute, as an adjective muted.
He needed to mute his phone to prevent interruptions during the presentation. The speaker decided to mute the audience's microphones to minimize interruptions. The musician muted the volume of the instrument during the rehearsal. He muted the television to avoid disturbing the others in the room. She quickly muted her microphone to avoid background noise during the call.
Common collocation of
Muted.
Subdued, muted. Definition: softened or restrained in tone or color. Examples: the artist used subdued, muted shades to evoke a sense of tranquility. Quietly muted. Definition: softly or subtly toned down. Examples: her response was quietly muted, expressing only a hint of disappointment. Muted response. Definition: a restrained or understated reaction. Examples: his muted response to the news indicated a lack of surprise. Muted atmosphere. Definition: a subdued or hushed ambiance. Examples: the room had a muted atmosphere, calming and serene. Muted sound. Definition: a softened or muffled sound. Examples: the muted sound of the piano added an air of mystery to the scene.
Next question. To correct or put right a wrong or injustice. To make amends for a wrong or injustice.
सुधार करना, न्याय या मुआवजा देना.
Let us now turn our attention to the options. Which of these words best fulfills the criteria of the presented definition? Ingratiate. Redress. Circumvent. Graft. Now the correct answer is redress.
Redress as verb.
सुधार करना, न्याय या मुआवजा देना.
To correct or put right a wrong or injustice. To make amends for a wrong or injustice.
Synonym of
Redress.
Remedy, recompense. Amends, compensation, compensate.
Antonym of
Redress.
Wrong, hurt, worsen, commandeering, injury.
Here is the word family of redress, as a noun redress, as a verb redress.
The organization is committed to redressing social injustices. The company promised to redress the issue by offering refunds to affected customers. The government is taking steps to redress the economic disparities in the country. He sought to redress the imbalance of power between the two parties. The court ordered the defendant to redress the harm caused to the plaintiff.
collocation of
Redress.
Seek redress. Definition: to seek remedy or resolution for a grievance or injustice. Examples: the protesters gathered to seek redress for social inequality and police brutality. Redress an imbalance. Definition: to restore balance or equity in a situation. Examples: the government implemented policies to redress the economic imbalance in the country. Redress a wrong. Definition: to make amends or correct a wrongdoing. Examples: the company took steps to redress the wrong by compensating the affected customers. Redress a complaint. Definition: to address or resolve a complaint or grievance. Examples: the customer service representative worked to redress the customer's complaint about a faulty product. Redress a violation. Definition: to take corrective action in response to a violation of rules or regulations. Examples: the organization imposed fines to redress the violation of environmental standards.
Next question. Indicate or signify something. Represent or stand for something.
संकेत करना, किसी चीज का अर्थ बताना.
Now, let us proceed to evaluate the options for this question. Which word aligns most closely with the stated definition? Denote, adjudicate, embroil, imbibe. Now the correct answer is denote.
Denote as verb.
संकेत करना, किसी चीज का अर्थ बताना.
Indicate or signify something. Represent or stand for something.
Synonym of.
Denote,
Indicate, signify, betoken, designate, mean.
Antonym of.
denote,
Connote, herald, attest, bamboozle, cash.
Here is the word family of denote, as a noun denotation, as a verb denote, as a adjective denotative, as a adverb denotatively.
The word love can denote a wide range of emotions and feelings. The use of hand gestures can denote different meanings in different cultures. The number 13 can denote bad luck in some cultures. The red traffic light denotes that drivers should stop their vehicles. The symbol of a dove often denotes peace and tranquility.
Common collocation of
Denote,
Denote a meaning. Definition: to indicate or represent a particular meaning or concept. Examples: the word red often denotes the color associated with fire and passion. Denote a symbol. Definition: to serve as a symbol or sign for something. Examples: the dove is often used to denote peace and tranquility. Denote a characteristic. Definition: to express or indicate a characteristic or quality of something. Examples: the use of certain colors in the painting denotes a sense of sadness and melancholy. Denote a relationship. Definition: to signify or represent a relationship or connection between two things. Examples: the arrow in the diagram denotes the direction of the flow of electricity. Denote a measurement. Definition: to indicate a specific measurement or quantity. Examples: the unit km denotes kilometers as a unit of distance.
Next question. To physically draw back or pull in. To withdraw or cancel a statement, promise, or commitment.
वापस लेना, कहे या किए को उल्टना.
At this point, let us analyze the options provided. Which of these words fits the given definition most appropriately? Circumvent, ameliorate, gerrymander, retract. Now the correct answer is retract.
Retract as verb.
वापस लेना, कहे या किए को उल्टना.
To physically draw back or pull in. To withdraw or cancel a statement, promise, or commitment.
Synonym of.
Retract,
Withdraw, recant, recall, revoke, annul.
Antonym of.
retract,
Accept, declare, affirm, maintain, proclaim.
Here is the word family of retract, as a noun retraction, as a verb retract, as an adjective retractable.
The cat retracted its claws when it saw the owner. The company retracted their offer after discovering the candidate's criminal record. The teacher asked the student to retract their statement after realizing it was false. The singer retracted their hand from the fan's grasp to avoid being pulled into the crowd. The journalist was forced to retract their article after it was revealed to contain factual errors.
Collocation of
Retract.
Retract statement. Definition: to take back or withdraw a previously made statement or claim. Examples: the politician was forced to retract his controversial statement due to public backlash. Retract apology. Definition: to withdraw or revoke an apology that was previously made. Examples: the celebrity faced criticism for attempting to retract her public apology. Retract offer. Definition: to cancel or withdraw an offer that was previously extended. Examples: the company had to retract their job offer due to unforeseen circumstances. Retract accusation. Definition: to officially withdraw or revoke an accusation made against someone. Examples: the plaintiff decided to retract the accusation after new evidence emerged. Retract endorsement. Definition: to withdraw or cancel a previously given endorsement or support. Examples: the athlete decided to retract his endorsement of the product due to safety concerns.
Next question. To deliver a long, passionate, and aggressive speech, usually full of criticism or accusations. To give a tirade. To launch a lengthy and vehement lecture or verbal attack.
डांटना, भाषण झाड़ना, लंबा, तीखा उपदेश देना.
At this point, let us analyze the options provided. Which of these words fits the given definition most appropriately? Kowtow. Embroil. Harangue. Implicate. Now the correct answer is harangue.
Harangue as verb.
डांटना, भाषण झाड़ना, लंबा, तीखा उपदेश देना.
To deliver a long, passionate, and aggressive speech, usually full of criticism or accusations. To give a tirade. To launch a lengthy and vehement lecture or verbal attack.
Synonym of
Harangue.
Lecture, address, sermon, declaim, discourse.
Antonym of
Harangue.
Panegyric, tribute, homage, eulogy, complimentary.
Here is the word family of harangue. As a noun harangue, as a verb harangue, as an adjective haranguing.
The parent harangued the child for not doing their homework. The manager harangued the employees for not meeting their sales targets. The coach harangued the players for their lackluster performance. The boss harangued the staff about the need to work harder. The speaker harangued the audience about the dangers of climate change.
common collocation of
harangue.
Harangue the crowd. Definition: to deliver a long, forceful, and passionate speech or address to a crowd of people. Examples: the politician harangued the crowd with promises of change and rallied their support. Harangue against injustice. Definition: to passionately and vehemently criticize or denounce injustice or wrongdoing. Examples: the activist harangued against social inequality and called for immediate action. Harangue the opponent. Definition: to engage in a heated and aggressive verbal attack or argument against an opponent. Examples: during the debate, the candidate harangued their opponent with accusations and counter-arguments. Harangue on the streets. Definition: to loudly and aggressively express one's opinions or grievances in a public setting. Examples: the protesters harangued on the streets, demanding justice and systemic reforms. Harangue of criticism. Definition: a lengthy and scathing criticism or rebuke directed towards someone or something. Examples: the film received a harangue of criticism from the reviewers for its lackluster plot and weak performances.
Next question. To reach or attain the highest point, status, or achievement in a particular field or endeavor. To rise to the top or highest point of a particular field or endeavor.
शिखर तक पहुंचाना, सर्वोच्च स्तर पर ले जाना.
Now, let me present the options for this question. Which of these words matches the definition? Pinnacle, concede, eradicate, peruse. Now, the correct answer is pinnacle.
Pinnacle as verb.
शिखर तक पहुंचाना, सर्वोच्च स्तर पर ले जाना.
To reach or attain the highest point, status, or achievement in a particular field or endeavor. To rise to the top or highest point of a particular field or endeavor.
Synonym of
Pinnacle,
Summit, peak, acme, top, apex.
Antonym of
pinnacle,
Base, bottom, nadir, basis, depth.
Here is the word family of pinnacle, as a noun pinnacle.
The singer pinnacled her career with a Grammy Award. He had finally pinnacled his career with a promotion to CEO. The author pinnacled her career with a best-selling novel. The athlete pinnacled his career by breaking the world record. The company pinnacled its success with a record-breaking profit margin.
common collocation of
Pinnacle,
Pinnacle of success. Definition: the highest point or peak of achievement or accomplishment. Examples: winning the championship was the pinnacle of her athletic career. Pinnacle of excellence. Definition: the highest level of quality or excellence in a particular field. Examples: the company's products are known for their exceptional quality and represent the pinnacle of excellence in the industry. Pinnacle of fame. Definition: the highest level of recognition or fame attained by someone. Examples: the actor reached the pinnacle of fame after starring in a critically acclaimed film. Pinnacle of a mountain. Definition: the highest point or summit of a mountain. Examples: they successfully reached the pinnacle of the mountain after a challenging climb. Pinnacle of beauty. Definition: the ultimate or highest standard of beauty or aesthetic appeal. Examples: the artwork displayed at the gallery was considered the pinnacle of beauty and artistic expression.
Next question. To regard with great respect or reverence. To honor or worship. To regard with great respect or reverence. To revere or honor.
श्रद्धा करना, सम्मान और आदर देना.
Now, let us proceed to evaluate the options for this question. Which word aligns most closely with the stated definition? Vaunted, venerate, expound, pith. Now the correct answer is venerate.
Venerate as verb.
श्रद्धा करना, सम्मान और आदर देना.
To regard with great respect or reverence. To honor or worship. To regard with great respect or reverence. To revere or honor.
Synonym of
Venerate.
Revere, worship, adore, respect, reverence.
Antonym of
Venerate.
Despise, detest, dishonor, contemn, defame.
Here is the word family of venerate, as a noun veneration, as a verb venerate, as an adjective venerable.
The historic monument was venerated as a symbol of national pride. The religious leader was venerated for their spiritual guidance. Many cultures venerate their ancestors as a way of honoring their legacy. The scholar was venerated for their contributions to the field of mathematics. The fans venerated the musician as a musical genius.
collocation of
Venerate.
Venerate ancestors, elders. Definition: hold great reverence and honor for one's forebears or older members of the community. Examples: in many cultures, it is customary to venerate ancestors by performing rituals and paying tribute to their memory. Venerate saints/martyrs. Definition: show profound respect and devotion towards holy individuals, or those who have made sacrifices for their beliefs. Examples: pilgrims travel from afar to venerate the saints and seek their blessings at the shrine. Venerate relics, artifacts. Definition: hold sacred and esteem ancient objects or artifacts believed to have special significance. Examples: the museum displayed relics from ancient civilizations, which visitors venerated for their historical value. Venerate icons, symbols. Definition: regard with deep respect and adoration symbols or images that represent a particular faith, ideology, or culture. Examples: the religious devotees venerated the sacred icon, praying before it with reverence. Venerate nature/animals. Definition: show reverence and awe towards the natural world and its creatures. Examples: the indigenous tribe venerated nature and considered all animals as sacred beings.
Next question. To become stained or discolored, especially due to exposure to air or moisture. To damage or diminish in quality, value, or reputation.
दाग लगाना, चमक या प्रतिष्ठा खराब करना.
Let us now turn our attention to the options. Which of these words best fulfills the criteria of the presented definition? Vacillate, browbeat, tarnish, discriminate. Now the correct answer is tarnish.
Tarnish as verb.
दाग लगाना, चमक या प्रतिष्ठा खराब करना.
To become stained or discolored, especially due to exposure to air or moisture. To damage or diminish in quality, value, or reputation.
synonym of
Tarnish.
Sully, stain, smear, taint, soil.
antonym of
Tarnish.
Purify, clean, cleanse, dignify, elevate.
Here is the word family of tarnish, as a noun tarnish, as a verb tarnish, as an adjective tarnished.
His reputation was tarnished by the scandalous accusations against him. The company's financial results were tarnished by the negative publicity. The silverware tarnished after being left out in the open air for too long. The politician's remarks tarnished her image in the eyes of her supporters. The once pristine beach was tarnished by litter and pollution.
Collocation of.
Tarnish.
Tarnish the moment. Definition: to diminish or mar the significance or beauty of a particular moment. Examples: the sudden downpour tarnished the romantic moment at the beach. Tarnish the victory. Definition: to diminish the significance or value of a victory or accomplishment. Examples: the doping scandal tarnished the athlete's Olympic victory. Tarnish the memory. Definition: to cast a negative light on the remembrance or recollection of someone or something. Examples: the shocking revelations about his personal life tarnished the memory of the beloved actor. Tarnish the experience. Definition: to negatively affect or diminish the quality or enjoyment of an experience. Examples: the poor customer service during their vacation tarnished their overall experience. Tarnish the celebration. Definition: to spoil or mar the joy or festivities of a celebration. Examples: the unexpected argument among guests tarnished the festive atmosphere of the party.
Next question. To increase energy, enthusiasm, or motivation. To stimulate or shock someone into action.
उत्साहित करना, किसी को सक्रिय या प्रेरित करना.
Let us now consider the options for this question. Which of these words best corresponds to the provided definition? Chortle. Assail. Debase. Galvanize. Now the correct answer is galvanize.
Galvanize as verb.
उत्साहित करना, किसी को सक्रिय या प्रेरित करना.
To increase energy, enthusiasm, or motivation. To stimulate or shock someone into action.
Synonym of.
Galvanize.
Stimulate, excite, arouse, animate, stir.
Antonym of.
Galvanize.
Discourage, deter, depress, disparage, dissuade.
Here is the word family of galvanize, as a noun galvanization, as a verb galvanize, as an adjective galvanized.
The president's inspiring speech galvanized the country to unite. The threat of losing their jobs galvanized the employees to form a union. The coach's speech before the game galvanized the team to victory. The activist's message galvanized the audience to take action. The tragedy galvanized the community to come together and help.
Common collocation of.
Galvanize.
Galvanize support. Definition: to mobilize or rally support from individuals or groups for a particular cause or idea. Examples: the candidate's charismatic personality and strong policy proposals galvanized support from voters. Galvanize the team. Definition: to energize or motivate a team to work together towards a common goal. Examples: the coach's pep talk before the game galvanized the team, boosting their morale and determination. Galvanize, public opinion. Definition: to evoke a strong reaction or response from the public, often through effective communication or advocacy. Examples: the scandalous revelation galvanized public opinion against the corrupt politician. Galvanize change. Definition: to spark or initiate significant change in a particular system, organization, or society. Examples: the social movement galvanized change in the education system, resulting in policy reforms. Galvanize innovation. Definition: to inspire or encourage innovative thinking and creativity within a group or organization. Examples: the company's leadership implemented initiatives to galvanize innovation and foster a culture of continuous improvement.
Next question. To cancel or annul something by authority. To do away with something completely.
रद्द करना, निरस्त करना, किसी नियम या कानून को औपचारिक रूप से खत्म करना.
Let us now turn our attention to the options. Which of these words best fulfills the criteria of the presented definition? Prescribe, abrogate, quail, entice. Now the correct answer is abrogate.
Abrogate as verb.
रद्द करना, निरस्त करना, किसी नियम या कानून को औपचारिक रूप से खत्म करना.
To cancel or annul something by authority. To do away with something completely.
Synonyms of
Abrogate,
Nullify, annul, invalidate, abolish, cancel.
antonyms of
abrogate,
Establish, ratify, approve, institute, sanction.
Here is the word family of abrogate, as a noun abrogation, as a verb abrogate.
The treaty was abrogated by the government, leading to tensions between the two countries. The new administration plans to abrogate the previous government's policies on environmental protection. The company decided to abrogate the contract with its underperforming supplier. The university senate voted to abrogate the outdated policy on academic probation. The company faced legal consequences for attempting to abrogate its employees' right to unionize.
Here are some useful collocations of
Abrogate,
Abrogate, a tradition. Definition: to discontinue or end a long-standing cultural or social tradition. Examples: the modernization of society led to the abrogation of certain traditional customs and practices. Abrogate a treaty. Definition: to officially cancel or annul a treaty or agreement. Examples: the two countries decided to abrogate the trade treaty due to unresolved disputes. Abrogate a law. Definition: to repeal or abolish a law through a formal process. Examples: the government proposed to abrogate the outdated legislation that no longer served its purpose. Abrogate a contract. Definition: to invalidate or terminate a contract by mutual agreement or legal action. Examples: the parties involved decided to abrogate the contract due to unforeseen circumstances. Abrogate a responsibility. Definition: to renounce or relinquish a duty or obligation. Examples: the CEO chose to abrogate his responsibility for the company's financial losses.
Next question. To overthrow or take the place of someone or something through force or scheming. To replace or displace something or someone, often in a gradual or subtle way.
हटाकर कब्जा करना, किसी की जगह लेना.
Let us now turn our attention to the options. Which of these words best fulfills the criteria of the presented definition? Supplant, delineate, surfeit, buttress. Now the correct answer is Supplant.
Supplant as verb.
हटाकर कब्जा करना, किसी की जगह लेना.
To overthrow or take the place of someone or something through force or scheming. To replace or displace something or someone, often in a gradual or subtle way.
Synonym of
Supplant.
Replace, supersede, substitute, displace, succeed.
Antonym of
Supplant.
Sustain, continue, legalize, keep, reinstate.
Here is the word family of supplant. As a noun supplantation. As a verb supplant. As an adjective supplanted.
The younger athlete is trying to supplant the older one as the team's starting player. The company is investing in new marketing strategies to supplant their competitors in the market. The new software aims to supplant the old system and make it obsolete. The new policy is meant to supplant the outdated one and improve the overall effectiveness of the organization. The revolutionary technology threatens to supplant traditional manufacturing methods.
collocation of
Supplant.
Supplant existing systems. Definition, referring to replacing or taking the place of current or prevailing systems. Examples. The company plans to introduce a new software platform to supplant the existing system. Supplant traditional roles. Definition, referring to taking over or replacing customary or traditional roles or positions. Examples. The changing dynamics of the workforce are beginning to supplant traditional gender roles. Supplant traditional methods. Definition, referring to replacing or displacing established or conventional approaches. Examples, the new technology aims to supplant traditional methods of communication. Supplant the competition. Definition, referring to overtaking or surpassing competitors in a market or industry. Examples, the innovative product has the potential to supplant the competition and gain significant market share. Supplant outdated practices. Definition, referring to replacing or eliminating obsolete or outmoded practices. Examples, the company implemented new policies to supplant outdated practices and improve efficiency.
Next question. To celebrate or honor someone or something with a festival, ceremony, or other special event. To hold a grand celebration or public gathering in honor of someone or something.
सम्मान देना, किसी का खास स्वागत या सत्कार करना.
Now, let us proceed to evaluate the options for this question. Which word aligns most closely with the stated definition? Pillory. Fate. Enumerate. How. Now, the correct answer is fate.
Fet as verb.
सम्मान देना, किसी का खास स्वागत या सत्कार करना.
To celebrate or honor someone or something with a festival, ceremony, or other special event. To hold a grand celebration or public gathering in honor of someone or something.
Synonym of
Fate.
Gala, carnival, celebrate, celebration, feast.
Antonym of
Fate.
Abase, chasten, debase, degrade, famine.
Here is the word family of fet, as a noun fet, as a verb fet.
The town decided to fet its founder by organizing a parade in his honor. The film festival will fet several famous actors and actresses this year. The company will fet its employees with a big party for reaching their sales goal. The charity organization will fet its volunteers at an awards ceremony next week. The city will fet its championship-winning sports team with a victory parade through the streets.
common collocation of
fate.
Fête, a celebrity. Definition: to honor or celebrate a famous person with a special event or ceremony. Fête, a guest. Definition: to host or entertain a guest with a lavish party or celebration. Examples: they decided to fête their distinguished guests with a formal dinner and live music. Fête and anniversary. Definition: to commemorate or celebrate an important anniversary with festivities and special events. Examples: the company planned to fête its 50th anniversary with a series of events throughout the year. Fête, a champion. Definition: to honor or celebrate a champion or winner of a competition or sporting event. Examples: the town organized a parade to fête the local team's championship victory. Fête, a milestone. Definition: to mark or celebrate a significant milestone or achievement. Examples: the school organized a special assembly to fête the students' graduation and academic accomplishments.
You can find playlists for various languages in the video description. To practice the vocabulary, you are encouraged to explore our various apps. Links to these are also included in the description. If you found something new or interesting, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section and provide your valuable feedback. And please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more educational content.